Back with another edition of Pinterest inspired winter makeup. It always looks so crazy to see it on the models first and then on my face with no filters, no special lighting, just a regular normal person with real skin. But I loved the final product of this one with these pretty icy pinks. I started with my face makeup. I did a light layer of bronzer first. That is my favorite trick for warming up the skin and evening out your skin tone. And now I am going ahead and adding my main shade all over, just tapping and pushing it in. Today I'm using the Buff brush. It was one of my only clean brushes. I really need to take a few minutes to clean my brushes. It makes such a huge difference in your application. I am adding my contour and a little bit of brightener in the inner and outer corners of my eyes, down the center of my face. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of that together, tapping and pushing into my face. If you are not using contour, I highly recommend adding that into your routine. It really does make a difference in the finished product and making your face look more natural and dimensional. Adding some pretty pink blush, setting my makeup with some setting spray, and then going into my lips. I tapped on this really pretty vibrant pink, adding some Illuminator there. Look how gorgeous that is. It's like this icy white tone for winter. I did eventually, you're going to see at the end, add a little bit more punch on my lips because I wanted more bright pink. But now I'm going into my eyeshadow. I'm starting by priming my lids with my brightening shade. This is like my concealer. And then adding a little bit of setting powder on top of that. That's a great way to prime before you put your eyeshadow on. And then we are using this gorgeous pink palette. This would look so pretty for Valentine's Day, starting with a kind of medium toned matte pink, keeping that in the outer corner of the eye and just using a very light hand to blend inwards. One tip I always give with eyeshadow is you're going to see that I start out, by closing my eye for a second, but then I open it and look in the mirror to make sure I'm taking the eyeshadow up pretty high above the crease of the eye so that you can actually see it. I'm going to run a little bit along my lower lash line. I always do that. It just looks more cohesive to me. And then tap into this deeper pink shade. And you guys need the tiniest touch of that color. It's so pigmented. You can see one little tap in there is all you need, and then just blending that out with a fluffy brush. It's such a pretty pop of color. Then I'm gonna use my finger to add a tiny touch of shimmer just in the very center of the lid. And then we gotta add this like icy white tone. So putting that in the inner corner and then a touch just under the arch of the brow, lightly blending all of that out. I decided I wanted a little bit more definition, so I grabbed a very dark brown and this etch brush, which is great for eyeliner, and just kind of tapped or stamped it onto the outer half of my eye. So on the bottom and upper parts of my lid, and I think that was a really good touch. I added this pop of pink gloss, really liked that. And then here is my finished look. I think it came out so pretty.